Good morning, the girl said, all bright-eyed. Morning, ladies. Are you going to continue with your story? Said Kathleen. Where did you and Diane go? Did you find more survivors? Yeah, who else did you get killed? Mocked Wendy. Why do you want to know all this stuff anyway? We want to know what kind of a leader you are, stated Lynn. You a has-been or a never was? First of all, I never said I was your leader. And second of all, what is that even supposed to mean, Wendy? Tell the story and we'll find out. We drove east out of town to East Riverside. Some wrecked cars blocked the exit out of town, but the front shovel made passing through the trees easy. Diane seemed excited to be leaving. I've never gone anywhere before. We vacationed at a few places when I was a kid, I replied. We can experience the world together, she said with a smile. We found a police station and thought it might be a good idea to take a look inside. We can never have enough weapons, Diane stated. I saw Diane get attacked, but she said she was fine. Then Diane wanted to kiss me. I told her to stop fooling around. I disassembled the door leading to the armory. We took the weapons and ammo, including a SWAT HK MP5. I would learn later how fun of a gun it actually is. The next day, I took the large gas tank from the tank to upgrade the small one on my RV. I would have a lot of ground to cover. We arrived at Eastside Riverside, which was relatively small, but full of zombies. The front shovel on the RV was working really well. I'm so glad you installed that thing. Me too. I told Diane we shouldn't use our guns or it might draw more attention. But Diane just laughed and said guns were more fun. She really was crazy, I thought, but real fun to have around. Oh shit, Diane exclaimed, laughing as she was running. Diane just kept on laughing. This is serious, Diane. Seriously crazy, she laughed. More zombies kept coming over, even a clown. I really hate zombie clowns. We soon began to be overwhelmed. I took some beta blockers to steady my nerves. Diane came running up behind me, laughing the whole time. We're gonna die, she chuckled. Just get in the RV, I told her. Eat shovel, Diane shouted. When it was over, she laughed and said, "That was fun." We began searching the hospital for supplies. Diane seemed keen on finding painkillers. You're such a gentleman. I'll take the chips, Diane exclaimed. I love chips. I took a moment to wash the blood off me. I hated feeling so sticky. We looted the pharmacy, then checked out the main building. The electric lantern on my belt came in real handy. And I was really starting to enjoy the riot gun. We managed to find quite a few antibiotics and enough medical supplies to take care of our medical needs. I washed up at one of the water coolers, put all the medical supplies away, and called it a night. The next day we woke up to fog. Diane seemed nervous. I hate the fog, she said. It creeps me out. We checked out the rest of the hospital for medical supplies. As we walked down the hall, I was shocked to see a decapitated head. This was truly disturbing. Oh my God. I am not going down that hall. So we decided not to go that way. I found Diane standing over a deceased woman in the next room. "You okay, Diane?" "She could have been me," she said. She told me if she ever turned, she wanted me to put her down. I assured her I would. I found a patient in the bathroom who hung himself. This was going to be a disturbing day. That night, I looted my first cowboy hat off of a zombie. I ate a burrito and went to sleep. The next day, we found Sergeant William Bafford walking towards the hospital. He was quick for an old man. You're pretty fast, I said to William. How old are you? I'm 65 years young. I'm a military man. I can handle myself. So I invited him to join the group. William wanted to get into the pharmacy. He said he needed hemorrhoid cream. I didn't question him about it. We passed by a liquor store and thought it would be a good idea to stock up on some bourbon and wine. I'll even show you how to make a Molotov cocktail, William said. You never know when you're going to need a little fire. So I took the sledgehammer and broke through the front door. And that's when I found the owner hanging from the ceiling. Poor bastard, William sighed. Didn't have the courage to face the world, he added. Let's not let Diane see, I said. William agreed, and we looted the bourbon and wine. As we were about to leave, I spotted Tracy walking casually down the street. I ran up to her and asked her if she knew where some bourbon was. She led me to a bar on the corner. I asked her if she wanted to join the group. She said yes, and I grabbed the bourbon. She also asked me to pour her a shot. I joined her for one as well. Don't forget about us, William shouted as he and Diane strolled into the bar. In fact, leave me a bottle. I staggered back to the RV and wished everyone a good night. Don't let the zombies bite, shouted Diane. The next day, William was gone. Tracy said William tried to make a move on her and stormed off when she rejected him. We had no choice but to leave him behind. We pulled up to a fenced-off road as zombies made their way towards us. Hit him with the shovel, exclaimed Diane. Not bad, Tracy said. I grabbed the sledgehammer and began destroying the gate. I didn't get too far by the time a swarm of zombies came ambling towards us, probably due to all the gunfire. Diane laughed as she stumbled through the gate. How can you laugh, Diane? I can't help it, Tracy. The hole in the fence made it really easy to manage the zombies. After the zombies settled down, I gave a medical check to Diane. Now I understood why Diane was always laughing. She was hopped up on painkillers after getting bitten, and quite possibly infected. Should we put her down? Flip off, Tracy, Diane exclaimed. I haven't turned yet. We'll wait to see if she turns. Yeah, so flip off, Tracy, Diane added. I gave Diane some chips. I love chips, she said. I know you do. We pulled up to a gated complex. What is this place? Tracy asked. Let's go find out, said Diane. I busted a hole in the gate, then checked on Diane. I changed her bandages and disinfected her wounds. Thank you. No problem. We checked out the complex and thought it might be a military school or a university. We waited for the zombies to bust down the doors and flood towards us. Diane laughed and shouted, "Holy shit, they're gonna kill us!" "Hush up, Diane, you're just tripping on all those painkillers," Tracy said. I noticed Marie skulking past as if not to be seen. She seemed hesitant to join the group. I told her we had ice cream, which seemed to change her mind. I really hate zombie clowns. All the banging was starting to get to me, so I decided to take a break. I ate a fruit salad and read a book. Some dude was chasing a whale. Tracy asked me to grab the military uniform from the zombie. I happily obliged. You should give Marie the clown suit. Diane, you need to stop taking those pills, Tracy said. I'll wear it, said Marie. I don't mind. I'm starting to like you, said Diane. We searched the building the next day and found a bar in what appeared to be a dormitory. Anyone know how to play the piano? Asked Diane. I found a cooking magazine in the library and learned how to make cake and chocolate chip cookies. I love cake and chocolate chip cookies. Everyone loves cake and chocolate chip cookies, Marie, exclaimed Tracy. I'll make cake and chocolate chip cookies for everyone. The girls cheered. I also found a magazine that would teach me how to build a well, giving me access to fresh water. I checked on Diane's wounds before we left. She was completely healed. I'm gonna live forever, Diane smirked. You must be immune, Tracy said. Maybe we're all immune, exclaimed Marie. We can always test that theory by letting them bite you, Tracy said. Maybe you should be wearing this clown suit, you're so funny. Tracy ran alongside the RV as we drove back to town. Marie noticed someone skulking in the woods towards Tracy, so we jumped out and took care of Gordon. As we drove through town, we saw William being chased by a zombie. Hope you guys got room for one more, William smirked. I noticed a video store nearby, so I updated my video collection. It's Boris the Badger. You gotta get him, said Tracy. Yeah, from Woodland Adventures, Diane added. And don't forget Fluffyfoot the Bunny. We gotta collect them all. After I looted the videos, I decided to wash up. You're bathing in the toilet? Asked Tracy. It's refreshing. The next morning, William and Tracy ran alongside the RV as we headed to the gas station. I ran the gas tank to empty so I could upgrade the small gas tank on the RV with the large gas tank I salvaged. I swapped out the small gas tank for the large one. William said to drive down the street. He had found a barricaded gun store he wanted us to see. So I pulled out my sledgehammer. What's wrong? Diane asked. There's a fridge in my way. Then move it, she said. Uh-oh. Diane laughed, but there were no zombies nearby. The store held a new machete for me. My old one was getting worn. The place was full of shotguns, rifles, and ammo. Everyone helped themselves. I decided to wash up a little when William came in. Just wanted to say sorry for yesterday. Didn't mean to panic as I did. Don't worry about it. We all get scared, I said. Wasn't like this in Nam. This isn't Nam, I told him. No, it ain't. The next morning, William and Tracy were missing. Diane said they went looking around the neighborhood, but haven't come back yet. They knew we were going to the gas station, so we hoped they would meet us there. The girls asked for some water, so I ran into the RV for some bottles. Through the cracks in the stairs, I noticed William in the bathroom. "The hell you doing in the bathroom, William?" "I'm taking a shit." "Where's Tracy?" "I don't know. I ran and I don't want to talk about it right now." I told the girls that Tracy was missing and William was hiding in the can. "He's losing it," remarked Diane. "Maybe," I said. In order to get the RV through to the pumps, I needed to destroy some objects. When I filled up the RV, the girls told me they talked to William about Tracy. Seems William and Tracy were searching through a house, and when they went upstairs, they opened the bedroom door to zombies that flooded out. William ran down the stairs only to find zombies creeping in. He ran and never looked back. "Wow, this thing takes a lot of gas now," Diane said. "We got a long way to go," I replied. I pulled over by the bridge blocked by wrecked cars. I was going to salvage the wrecks for metal to build more front shovels. But that could wait until tomorrow. I found a water cooler at a fire station, so I took it with me. It was nice to have extra water around. On our way out of town, we ran into Lee, who seemed very capable of taking care of herself, so I asked her to join our group. She said she wanted to think about it. I told her we had food and provisions. She said she had to think about it some more. I told her we even had plonkies and choco cakes. She said she was in. I decided to try and find Tracy on my own, so I asked the girls to stay behind. Marie didn't like that idea, so she took off running. "He's trying to ditch us," Lee shouted. "No, he's not. He has a plan. You have a plan, right?" "I always have a plan. First, I gotta find Marie." I found Marie, who insisted on coming with me to find Tracy. So we jumped into the RV and began to drive around. We saw a survivor being swarmed by zombies. We pulled over to see if we could help. But it was already too late. "Let's go, Marie." We ended up on the north side of Trelai, Marie's hometown. She said her house was on the west side. We drove past her house, and she pointed out the property even had a well on it. We exited out of the west side of town and decided to loop around to Riverside. That's where we found Tracy on the highway outside of Riverside. "How did you get out here?" Marie asked. "These guys kidnapped me and tried to make me marry them to repopulate the world." "They didn't touch you, did they?" "Oh no, not at all. I shot them both as soon as I got the chance." "You guys came back for me. We're family," Marie said.
Ohana means family. Family means
nobody gets left behind.
Or
forgotten.
We picked up Diane and Lee and head back to East Riverside. I grabbed my sledgehammer and removed the roadblock leading to the gas station. As we drove past the barricade, Lee hollered to stop. She recognized Ian and immediately lunged for him. "Who's Ian?" Marie asked. "My ex-husband." "You mind if I take his bag?" asked Marie. "Not at all. He'd finally be good for something." I grabbed some food from the gas station and split it amongst the group. The next morning, we found Debbie in the mechanic shop. She asked me to bury her should anything happen. I assured her I would, and she joined the group. I took the fireman outfit from the zombie and gave it to her. She always wanted to be a fireman, she said. As everyone gathered around, I let them know the plan, even though I really didn't have one. I told them we'll head to Trelai to see if we can find more survivors. "That's a big city," exclaimed Diane. "Don't worry, I know my way around town," replied Marie. Lee, Tracy, and Diane ran alongside the RV as we began to drive south to Trelai. But just as we exited town, Lee came running up saying Tracy and Diane were in trouble. So I backed up the RV and made my way back. Diane was walking slowly down the road. "I don't feel like running," she said. "Where's Tracy?" "I don't know. I turned and she was gone." "That's just great," I said. "What should we do?" Lee asked. "We gotta keep moving. There's no other choice," I said. Since Diane didn't want to run, Debbie and Lee volunteered to run alongside the RV. "I'm sorry to let you down again," William said as I washed up. "I'm just a coward. I can still hear them screaming." "It's all right, William. I buried Debbie and Marie in a nice spot." The next morning, I found Diane laughing to herself, just like she did when she was on painkillers. A medical check confirmed she was bitten again. She didn't seem too concerned, so I disinfected her wound and wrapped a sterilized bandage around it. "Thanks." "No problem. I beat it before. I'll beat it again. I know you will." I decided to drop off Diane at a house just outside of Trelai. I told her it would be easier if I went alone to gather the zombies. And then what? And then I'll burn them all. I checked on Diane's hand. It had completely healed. Told you I'd beat it again. Then why are you still taking those pills? They make me feel good. I rolled my eyes and walked away. Don't judge me, and don't burn down the city, she chuckled. It would be funny if you did, though. I decided to unhitch the van as I drove into Trelai. Uh-oh. I decided to run back in and gather more zombies. And that's when I ran into William. What are you doing outside the RV? I couldn't let you face all these zombies alone. Are you crazy? I left Diane at the house so she wouldn't get in the way. You saying I'm in the way? I told William to get back to the RV, but he just wouldn't listen. And they quickly swarmed him. Are all these people you meet gonna die? Lynn asked. Like I said, some just disappeared. I gathered the zombies and led them out of town. It took me all night, but I finally equipped my Molotov cocktail. How do you make a Molotov cocktail? Kathleen asked. Just take a piece of cloth and stick it in a bottle of bourbon, Wendy replied. Honey, I'm home. You're home late. Took longer than I thought. That was some fire. I could see it from the house. You're all healed. Told you I'd beat it again. The next morning, a helicopter circled around as I attached the van to the RV. Why don't they rescue us? They probably think we're infected. I then replaced the broken shovel. The police van had the key inside, so we put some gas in the tank and drove around. Neither of us knew the city. It's a dead end, Diane shrieked. I know, I know. I wanted to show Diane Marie's house, but there were too many zombies around. I'm gonna burn them all again. Does that mean I have to wait again? Yep. We found Jennifer near the beach. I'm not even gonna ask why you have no pants. And she joined the group. We decided to spend the night on the beach and washed up at the well. I took advantage of the rain by refilling my water coolers, thanks to the water barrels on top of the RV and plumbed to the sink. I woke up at noon, and since it was still raining outside, I decided to watch some videos. I started with Space Crew, one of my favorite shows.
Captain's log, stardate 1329.8. The USS Enterprise in pursuit of an unidentified vessel.
There he is, sir. Center screen.
Communication?
I've tried all frequencies, sir. He refuses to answer, unless he's not receiving us.
Well, he's receiving us all right.
Sensor reading on the vessel, Captain. I make it out as a small Class J cargo ship. And his engines are superheating.
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations.
State your name for the record.
Leo Francis Walsh.
Incorrect.
Your correct name.
Harry Mudd.
Incorrect.
Harcourt Fenton Mudd.
Offense record. Smuggling.
These women have a mysterious magnetic effect on the male members of my crew, including myself.
Captain? I hope you don't mind.
To boldly go where no man has gone before. What are they, Bones?
You know, the alien illusions, that sort of thing.
I asked you first.
Since I only had a few episodes, I thought I would save them and watch a movie next. So I put on Ghoul Stoppers.
If there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
This is hot, Ray. Symmetrical book stacking, just like the Philadelphia Man's Turbulence of 1947.
You're right. No human being would stack books like this.
That's the bedroom, but nothing ever happened in there.
What a crime.
Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address. Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet.
Hey, anybody see a ghost? We're exterminators. Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12.
That's gotta be some cockroach.
Bite your head off, man. Go! Okay, hold him up there. He's gonna move. Hold him up. Go! All right, I'm opening that trap now.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. Insert the trap. Release. And the light is green. Trap is clean.
Are you a god?
No.
Then
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
choose the form of the destructor.
If we think of J. Edgar Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover will appear and destroy us, okay? So empty your heads. It just popped in there.
What? What just popped in there?
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
The tone in which I said it was okay.
The next day I woke up to more rain, and William, who had found his way to us. Oh my god, it's William, shouted Diane. You know him? Yeah, we knew him, I replied. We decided to bury William on the beach. He told me he loved the beach, said Diane. We found Rachel up the street. She said she missed hamburgers. I promised her I would make her one, and she joined the group. I also gave her a two-handed sword. I assumed she could handle it. I also gave her an anti-riot shotgun. I assumed she could handle it as well. The girls wanted to explore the area, so we checked out the trailer park. After exploring the area, we washed up at the well. Diane still took her sweet time. I told you I'm not in the mood to run. The next day, I decided to leave the girls at the beach. I told them I was going to pull a lot of zombies to secure Marie's house, and I didn't want them to get in the way. You mean you don't want us to get hurt? Not in the way, right? Scowled Diane. Yeah, right, I replied. After ringing the dinner bell, I decided it was time to get out and gather them by foot. Suffice it to say, my nerves were all over the place, so I took some beta blockers to help calm me down. Now in a zen-like state, I was ready to face the horde. A little frenzied, I tripped and lost my hat. I was able to round up the zombies after a few hours of back and forth. It was getting late, so I had a bowl of stew that really hit the spot. When things finally quieted down, I drove the RV to Marie's. Since the gate was tight to get the RV through, I parked in the street instead and went back for my cowboy hat. I found some tomatoes and broccoli growing in Marie's garden, so I gathered what I could. The next morning, I hot-wired a Land Rover with enough seating for the girls. On the first try, I might add. Whatever, replied Wendy. I told the girls it was time to leave. Well, it's about time, exclaimed Diane. We thought you were dead. It's nice to see you too. I was keeping an eye on my weight and noticed it was going down, so I tried to eat a little more. I'm hungry right now, said Kathleen. Me too, said Lynn. I took a different way home and ran into a gate that blocked our path. Rachel didn't follow us to the car. She was standing there frozen. That's my brother, behind the door. I'm so sorry, replied Diane. I can't leave him like this, but I can't. I'll do it, I said. I didn't want to know which one it was, so I just killed them all. Thank you. No problem. I showed the girls Marie's house. There was a piano upstairs, so I thought I would tickle the ivories. We decided to search the burnt corpses, and Jennifer showed me her new outfit. I said it looked nice. The next morning I woke up to rain, and since no one felt like going out, I took the opportunity to cook. I made some stew and seasoned it with love. Then I watched a movie. Dead wrong.
This is about a movie about a couple of killers. Harry Callahan. And a homicidal maniac. The one with the badge is Harry.
Oh!
There were a lot of reasons they called him Dirty Harry. And he kept inventing new ones.
Don't pass out on him yet. No.
That was a pretty good pinch you made yesterday. The chief was pleased.
He was, huh?
Yeah, he really was. He wanted me to tell you, well done.
I can tell you how deeply moved I am.
I'm putting somebody with you.
Well, you know what happens to the guys that I've worked with. Dietrich's still in the hospital with a bullet in his gut, and Fanducci's dead.
Now, you're working with Gonzalez or you're not working. Now, that's straight from the 5th floor. You got it?
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Doesn't it drive your wife crazy?
Nope.
Maybe she got used to it.
No, she never did, really.
Well, what then?
She's dead. Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Why do you stay in it then?
I don't know. I really don't.
Mr. Mayor, Inspector Callahan.
All right, let's have it.
Have what?
Your report. What have you been doing?
Oh, well, for the past 3/4 of an hour, I've been sitting on my ass in your outer office, waiting on you.
Clint Eastwood. Detective Harry Callahan. You don't assign him.
Stop!
To murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Now, what the hell is he doing up there?
The next day I awoke to more rain and thick fog. I decided I was going to need more than just movies to entertain me. And the girls noticed an arcade game in the garage next door. So we went to take the arcade machine, which turned out to be Kaboom, one of my favorite games. I removed the metal lockers to make room for Kaboom, and moved the water cooler so it was out of my way. I played Kaboom the rest of the night to celebrate. You just watched movies and played games the whole time? I had to take mental breaks from all the death and mayhem around me, Wendy. And you got all those people killed, she added. Some did disappear, Kathleen stated. Yeah, according to him, Wendy screeched. What are you trying to say? Lynn added. Listen, ladies, everything I've told you is what happened. It's not my fault some of these survivors freak out and trip all over their feet. I do the best I can, and if that's not enough, you're more than welcome to go it alone. Now excuse me, I have work to do. Are you going to tell more of your story? Maybe tomorrow, Kathy. I gotta get the garden ready for planting.